quickly, I just want to say, Robert, I guess what my speech is, and what I actually came up with was "We Still March" on Plum Down Road. So we didn't share notes prior to this, but great minds as always think alike. So we will work with it. Because definitely this is an important event, and I'm glad that you all could come out. I would first like to acknowledge a couple of people before I go forward. I want everybody who has their hands available, to give President Levy and thank him for coming. All right, and also Reverend Floyd Rose. All right, thank you. If you do not know me or don't know me by now, my name is DeAndre Jones. I am the VSU NAACP College Chapter President. And when we came up with this march and candlelight visual, it was just a vision a year ago. And then when I brought Robert into it and we talked and he said, let's do it. Let's do the march. Let's do the candlelight visual. Let's make this thing happen right now, today. And let's do it. And I'm so happy that we did decide to do it, because as I'm looking out here today, I see the faces of a lot of good students I know, familiar faces, and some I don't know. So that means that we're touching people, that people understand the King legacy, and that this is just not an ordinary event. But I'm gonna move forward. Start with my speech or my poem. We still march. We still march because we first refuse to allow Dr. King's legacy to be in vain, and can no longer allow it to be diluted nor fabricated. We still march for the thousands upon thousands who gave their lives to justice alongside Dr. King, and even before there was a Dr. King. We still march on this day because we still must decide whether we will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. We still march today because procrastination is still the thief of time, because tomorrow is now. We still march today because we refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation, and so we've come to cash this check once again. We still march today because George Pearson, Drew Nail Thomas, who decided they would be the first but not the last to integrate Valdosta State University campus. We still march because there are more brothers who look like me behind bars than are behind the desk. We still march today because we won't forget Troy Davis. Still too much doubt. Still no justice. We still march because 17 million children in America woke up hungry this morning. We still march today because we believe in the urgency of now. We still believe that the change we need doesn't come from Washington. Change comes to Washington. Change happens because the American people demand it, because they rise up and insist on new ideas and new leadership, a new politic for a new time. We still march not alone, but with millions around the world today. You must know that this is no ordinary event. This is a sincere demonstration of what it means to be an American. We still march on this day because we still believe in America. We believe peace cannot coexist without war, but love cannot coexist with fear. We still march to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. We still march, and we will march on until every corner of this nation is delivered from its own ignorance and discover what it means to be our brother's keeper. In the words of Fannie Lou Hamer, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Sin is beginning to reproach America today, and we want what is rightfully ours. And it is no need of running and no need of saying, honey, I'm not going to get in the mess, because if you were born in America with a black face, you were born in the mess. That is all, because we still march. We march on it today, Valdosta State University. This is not about black or white. This is not about Christian or Muslim. But MLK's legacy was about learning how to coexist amongst each other as brothers and sisters on this planet. We all will self-destruct our own selves and our own communities if we cannot learn how to coexist and work together to make our communities and our countries and our nation a better place to live and a better place to be for our children to be. So we still march for these causes. We still march for King. We still march for you. We march for our families. Thank you.